Hi everyone, my name is Kayleigh and today I will be discussing what student-centered learning is and how we can use this amazing method of teaching in our future classrooms. Student-centered learning is an educational practice that focuses on students' needs and interests. It highlights personalized learning and inclusion in the classroom. Over the years, people have struggled with acquiring a specific definition of what student-centered learning is because of the wide range of possibilities that it allows. It also challenges the power and privilege that is seen in a typical classroom and focuses more on teacher-student dynamic as they learn through problem solving. Two major concepts that tie into student-centered learning are student voice and assessment for learning. Student voice is the values, opinions, beliefs, perspectives, and cultural backgrounds of the individual students. Teachings for the class are based on the students' choices, interests, passions, and ambition. With student voice, teachers are able to get a better understanding of the students in their classroom as well as what and how they want to learn. The concept of student voice branches out to assessment for learning, also known as AFL. It is described as an approach that creates feedback that is used to improve students' learning and performance. It also entails the students to become more active in their own learning and start thinking like a teacher, challenging the notion of power in the classroom. Three key thinkers that I'm going to talk about are John Dewey, Carl Rogers, and Maria Montessori. One of John Dewey's famous quotes is, "Education is not preparation for life, education is life itself." This touches upon student-centered learning and explains how it is not only for the classroom but can be applied to reality. He focused on experimental and interactive learning and stated that children learn best when they are active participants and can apply their previous knowledge and experience of their learning. This was a revolutionary theory in the beginning of the 20th century. He also believed that students and teachers should be equal in a classroom and that teachers should act as facilitators because that allows students to discover themselves and become independent learners. Adding to John Dewey and student-centered learning, Carl Rogers is an advocate for experimental learning. He focused on two types of learning: cognitive, like memorization, and experimental, where people were able to draw on their past experiences. Rogers believed that teachers should be facilitators, not instructors. His books, Freedom to Learn and Client-Centered Therapy, paved the ways for the concepts of student-centered teaching and experimental education as he focused on the individual. Maria Montessori was a pioneer of student-centered education. She stressed the importance of allowing students to discover their own path and pursue their passions and curiosities. She thought educators should be instructed to follow the child. Her thinking is what designed Montessori schools, as they are dependent on the freedom of student-centered classrooms. Montessori classrooms are structured but also adaptive. They aim to produce self-sufficient, self-motivated, lifelong learners, the same attributes that are associated with student-centered learning. Student-centered learning helps to promote and support equality because it reaches a large range of learners and is supportive of all students by using diverse methods and strategies. You may be wondering, how is this different to regular teaching? Well, student-centered learning has reconstructed the classroom environment as it goes against old classroom norms and demolishes the old banking model of education. It moves towards problem-posing education and focuses on liberation and freedom through student choice instead of oppression. This shows equality because there is shared power between the teachers and the students. Student-centered education causes discussion and often allows students to learn about multicultural issues and expose them to diverse viewpoints and values. It promotes equality and inclusion as it reaches out to each student to share their knowledge and also include a variety of ways for them to present their learning, thus increasing their ability to succeed. Student-centered learning builds on intercultural skills like cultural competence through equal and collaborative participation. This is a way of learning that prepares students for life outside of the classroom. Student-centered learning is a method of teaching that can be used at any grade level, ranging from kindergarten to university. When teaching science in a grade 1 classroom, one activity could be to examine the daily and seasonal changes students see in their society. During this unit, the class could apply their previous knowledge to the new learnings they learned in the class. The teacher could ask the students which ways they want to show their learning. There's a large variety that the students could use. They could draw a list, draw a photo, or make a poem or a song. Another way could be using the grade 5 classroom when they're studying social studies. The class could examine different social issues around the world. The teacher could help the students brainstorm different countries and different social issues that they are already aware of. For this assignment, students are able to choose any country of their choosing, as well as any social issue they feel is important. This could allow students to research countries they are familiar with, like their home countries or countries they don't know anything about. They have the option to work in small groups or by themselves, giving the students choice. When the students present their findings, they can do it in multiple methods, like a PowerPoint presentation, a poster, or even a skit or drama activity, involving other members and promoting group work and equal responsibility. This also brings social issues into the classroom. I included some websites that I thought were really good and helped describe the meaning of student-centered learning and illustrate the benefits of it in the classroom. I included 2 websites, Student-Centered Learning, it starts with the teacher, and Equality Resource for the student-centered teaching and learning. Both websites go in depth about student-centered learning and how it is practiced in the classroom. Student-centered learning, it starts with the teacher, talks about student voice and how it can be attained through online school. I also included a book called Student-Centered Learning Environments in Higher Education Classrooms, written by Sabine Hoyden. It explains the works of student-centered learning and how in higher grades, people are able to choose their courses they are interested in to study and learn more, resulting in more student engagement and success in their work. Finally, I decided to add a movie. The movie revolves around a group of students and how their learning is positively changed around getting a new teacher. The movie is called Freedom Writers. It touches on racial discrimination as well as student-centered learning. The teacher, Erin Gruwell, focuses her lessons and teachings through her students' experiences and interests as she makes them write in journals. She changes the dynamics of the classroom where students are seen as equal, including herself. At the end of the movie, they state that because of Mrs. Gruwell, her teaching methods, she was successful in preparing many of the high school students to graduate and attend college, something that was not common in that community, and promoting the excellence of student-centered learning.